The night was quiet in the small town of Ashwood. Streetlights flickered as Lisa Johnson, a young black woman 7 months pregnant, walked home from the grocery store. Her husband, Marcus, had insisted on coming with her, but she had smiled and told him she'd be fine. It was just a short walk. She never expected that night would change everything. As Lisa crossed Main Street, a police car pulled up beside her. Officer Daniels, a man known in the community for his hostility toward minorities, stepped out. His cold eyes scanned her. "Where are you going this late?" he demanded. Lisa, startled, clutched her bag. "Home, officer. Just coming from the store." But Daniels sneered. "Out here causing trouble, huh? You people never learn." Lisa's heart pounded. She knew she had done nothing wrong. She tried to remain calm, speaking softly. "Please, I'm pregnant. I just want to go home." Instead of letting her leave, Daniels shoved her back with his arm. When she stumbled, he smirked. "Pregnant, huh? Then you shouldn't be out here." And then, without warning, he kicked her. Hard, right in the stomach. Lisa fell to the ground, gasping, clutching her belly in pain. A neighbor across the street screamed and ran to call 911. But Daniels didn't care. He got back in his car, muttering, "That'll teach you," before speeding off. Lisa was rushed to the hospital. By some miracle, both she and the baby survived, though the doctors warned it could have been fatal. When Marcus arrived at the hospital and saw his wife lying pale and broken, he felt a rage he had never known before. Tears filled his eyes as he kissed her hand. "Who did this?" he whispered. Through trembling lips, Lisa told him. The name hit Marcus like fire. Officer Daniels. Marcus was no stranger to injustice. He had grown up watching men like Daniels abuse their power, but this time, it was personal. This time, the target was his wife and unborn child. He vowed then and there, he would not let Daniels get away with it. The next day, Marcus went to the police station to file a report. Predictably, Daniels' fellow officers closed ranks, brushing it off as a misunderstanding. But Marcus didn't back down. He gathered witnesses, including the neighbor who had seen everything. He hired a lawyer, reaching out to civil rights groups who rallied behind him. Soon, the story spread across social media. Pregnant black woman assaulted by cop. The town erupted. Protesters flooded the streets demanding justice. News cameras turned their focus on Ashwood. Daniels thought he was untouchable. He had friends in high places. But he didn't count on Marcus' relentless determination. One night, Marcus stood before the crowd with a microphone in his hand, his voice steady but fierce. "My wife could have died. My child could have been taken before even breathing a first breath. All because of a man who wears a badge but has hate in his heart. We will not be silent. We will not stop until justice is done." The pressure mounted. The mayor, fearing chaos, was forced to act. Daniels was suspended, then arrested on charges of assault and abuse of power. But Marcus wasn't done. He filed a civil lawsuit that exposed a long history of Daniels' racist actions. Other victims came forward, and soon Daniels faced not just jail time, but the collapse of his entire career. Months later, Marcus and Lisa stood together on the courthouse steps, holding their healthy newborn baby. Lisa's eyes shone with tears as she whispered, "You did it." Marcus kissed her forehead. "No, we did it. And now, he'll never hurt anyone else again." The crowd erupted in cheers. Daniels sat in prison, stripped of his badge, his reputation destroyed. Meanwhile, the Johnson family walked forward into a brighter future, stronger than ever before. Because in the end, Marcus' revenge wasn't violence. It was justice, and that shook the world far more than any act of hate ever could.